Good afternoon, good people, and welcome to your favorite sports show. It's your boy Kulegani Ntwana Selokshini, and welcome to Bread Boy Sports Show. I hope people are doing well. I hope people are doing fine. And if you are new to the channel, you know what you have to do. Just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Guys, Kaizer Chiefs was playing today a Toyota Cup with a Asante Kotoko. So we were expecting Uguti this was going to be an easy win for us, because it Chiefs. I don't think it Chiefs. This was. I don't think we've won this Toyota Cup ever since we've created it as our sponsorship. But then today, we were going to this game thinking Uguti, we could win this trophy for the first time. But then it did not go our way. Kaizer Chiefs lost to Asante Kotoko on penalties by 3-2. Uh, let's start by speaking about the game first. So first off, we started with a good team. We had Utabiso Munyana, the left back, and then Brendan Peterson. As I started the backline, the only difference from the backline that I created was that Uzisa Kunika was on the bench, and then Eden McCarthy was the one who started the game. And then in the midfield, we saw Usbong Senim Tetwa combining with Utabo Tele and then Unjobu. And then up front, we had Flavio Silva. And then in the second half, there were changes made. But then let's start and talk about the first half. First half was very good for the team. We were combining in the midfield. We saw a lot of combination in the midfield, playing where players we were able to win the ball quick whenever we lose it. First 10 minutes we were in control of the game, and then the other 10 minutes, Asante Kotoko tried to bring their game in, but then they were not able because I think it Chiefs the first half we were the best team, and we were able to create. We did not create any chances in the first half. Let me not lie. There were no chances that were created at the first half, but there were beautiful combination when you saw players creating triangles so they could combine and try and open Asante Kotoko or in order to see Flavio Silva taking a shot. But then Ichis were not able to create their own chances. Yes, we had the ball on us, but a lot of times, just like this, it was to me it seemed just like last season. We always have the ball and we are able to combine passes. We are able to create triangles for the fans to see Uguti. We are trying to do something, but at the end of the day, when we are trying to do something, are we creating chances for our strikers? No, we did not create any chances for Flavio Silva in the first half. And for me, I'm not gonna judge Flavio Silva. Uguti, he had a bad game. That would be a lie because there was nothing for me to see in order for me to judge Flavio Silva. Uguti, what kind of a player he is. We saw Uguti he was able to do those touches in order to run away from my defenders. But then that's not going to make me say Uguti he is a good player, because I saw a lot of you fans. Some of you fans needed to be told the truth. Uguti, you are overhyping our players sometimes. Just those touches that you saw about Flavio Silva, I'm seeing you. A lot of you are running on Twitter trying to tweet Uguti Flavio Silva is a good player. Guys, what did you see? What did you see? Because we do not see anything. He didn't even take a shot at the goalkeeper. So that is what we're supposed to see at our strikers, taking shots. That is what we're supposed to see. That is how we're supposed to even judge him. Is he able to take shots? How accurate are his shots? His shots? To me, he didn't even get the chances. So I'm not gonna blame him, but I'm gonna blame our midfielders. Midfielder too was good at combining passes, but they were not able to create forward passes to Ilo Kunjan, to Flavio Silva, and I think it was because of Simba, Asante Kotoko. They were too strong for us in the midfield in the first half. And one thing about Ungobo, one thing I can tell you about Ungobo is going to be a great passer for this team. He's good on passing the ball. Ungqobo has an accurate passing foot. His left foot is so good enough, but the thing is he's not using enough, or maybe he's not seeing chances for him ukuthi he can play a true ball through Ufavio Silva. The first half was good, and then the second half happened. So when the second half happened, we saw a lot of changes that were happening. We saw players like Flavio Silva was Ulo was substituted, and I have to speak about Ama substitution and we saw players like Ulo Tabokele was taken off, and Vilagazi was taken off, and I hear a good game. Umfundo Vilagazi, I'm seeing Umfundo Vilagazi is going to develop this season again. I think he is going to be a very important player for the squad. And we saw who was the player that went out. It was Vilagazi, Wangenu Pulumodi, and then Utoba for Ulo, and then Ushabalala in the midfield for Tabotel. So those three players were introduced. For me, the substitution by Unabi, I will judge one substitution that he did, especially two for Vilagazi and Utabotel. I think those players were not supposed to be substituted at the second half for me, because I think they were good for us. Unabi, by making those substitutions, showed me Uguti he was scared to lose some of the players, maybe I think to injuries, or for me the way I'm looking at it, Unabi did not go to this game with the vision of winning this game. And maybe he still to him he played that game as a preseason game. He did not care about the cup, but he cared about the combination and the system he's trying to instill to these players. Maybe that's how he envisioned it. So when these players came in, Ungqobo, we saw now Ungqobo was able to make forward passes to Utuba. Just like I told you, for me, Utwandile Tuba for me is going to be my starting striker whenever I'm going to create a starting lineup for Kaizer Chiefs, because Utwandile Tuba for me has all the things you need from a striker. He can run, he presses high, he even knows how to make a run when the time is right. Wandile Duba is going to be a great striker for Kaizer Chiefs. He just needs some time to develop, because even now with TDC, when we used to watch Wandile Duba on the TDC, he was a very good striker for Kaizer Chiefs. And even this season, for me, I think he's going to be a good striker, because we started seeing about players like Kulo Kunja and Ungqobo making forward passes, through passes to Wandile Duba. But then I think Uguti, some of the passes were too hard passes for Wandile Duba to catch up on them, and I think it was because of the pitch. The pitch was not good. Some of the passes, when players are making passes, the ball was moving fast for the players sometimes, and that was not helping Kaizer Chiefs to build the way we wanted to build a combination here. So we had too many chances in the second half to bury the game, but we couldn't. Yes, we created chances in the second half. First half, there were no chances, but in the second half, that's where I saw Kaizer Chiefs creating chances for us to win the game, but we were not able to bury those chances. Just like I always tell you, Uguti, it Chiefs, yes, we do play a beautiful football, but the thing is, do we create enough chances? And when we create those chances, are we able to finish those chances? And that answer is no. We need to create more chances for the team and for our strikers, for us to judge our strikers, we will see how are their shooting ability they are. How are they able to run behind defenders? We are not seeing that for now with Kaizer Chiefs. And when our strikers get to those chances, it's usually some of them who would see they are bored on the pitch because they're not receiving the ball. And whenever the time they receive a chance, they usually miss or they fumble. Or yes, they usually fumble our chances in the front line. We got a penalty. And then Miguel. Let's speak about Miguel. Miguel, I saw some other people in the comment section when I was speaking about his starting lineup. People told me Uguti Miguel was going to cost us this season, and I think Miguel needs to slow down with his tackle, because the tackle that he made in the first half, if that was another referee or that was a professional game, maybe he could have gotten a card, because the spin kick that he was doing, We are playing football here, my brother, and not doing karate. Please play football and not karate. And about the penalty situation, Miguel, for me, you do not what am I saying? You are not going to take penalties for Kaizer Chiefs. You are never going to take penalties for Kaizer Chiefs again. Seriously, do not take penalties for my club. I do not want to see you taking penalties for Kaizer Chiefs, because those penalties, my brother, were poor penalties. I don't know what were you thinking about those penalties. The first one we saw, Uti, you were able to beat the keeper, but then you headed one. But the second penalties on our penalty shootout, you were scared. You were scared, my brother, to take that penalty. I don't know why you decided to go and take the penalty, because you were scared. The way you hit that penalty, it was not convincing, my brother. It was not convincing. That's why we were able, the keeper was able to save that penalty. And to some of our players who missed the penalties, they need to do more, because we are going to get some of those games. The referee was on our side, but still we were not able to win the game. We need to fix ourselves before the season starts. I'm not going to show my emotions in this game, but the first game of the PSL or Betway Premiership, that is where I'm going to show my emotion whenever I'm doing image analysis, because some of the players need to be told the truth. We need to tell the truth to some of the fans who like players and do not like the club, because we are here fighting for the club as we are speaking here. We want to see the club do well. This thing of you liking players who would say now we have to keep players just because you like them, it's not going to work for us. We need players who are going to be good for Kaizer Chiefs, so that we can win cups. Because if we won this cup game, it will be a good thing to go to next season, because we are going to go to the next season, starting our season with a winning mentality, telling our players they know Uguti, they are winners. We are creating a winning mentality in this group. But then if we are going to lose these kind of games, it's going to be hard for us. And I hope Uguti Nabi is going to fix some of these mistakes. So guys, this is where I have to conclude this video. Kaizer Chiefs did play well, and then is there any other thing I should speak about? Oh, let me speak about the players who've impressed me. Players who impressed me to this game was Ethan McCarthy. He impressed me. Tabi Somonyane, he did impress me. And then Ushinga Buffett. Shinga is going to be a very good left back for us. So Happy Mashian, if you are listening or wherever you are, my brother, you have to leave Kaizer Chiefs, because you are not going to get game time, because Ushinga, for me, has secured that left back position, and even for Eden McCarthy. So that means Udodli is going to get a competition in their position. And another thing we have to be careful about, Uguti, we are going to play a lot of games this season. We have Confederation games, we have Nedbank Cup, we have Carling Cup, and we have Betway Premiership games. So there are going to be a lot of games we are going to play as the Kaizer Chiefs, and we are going to see some players get fatigued. So that means some other players will get opportunities. But now the way our squad is so big, I think some of our players are going to have a tough game. And then for me, next time if Unabi is making a midfield, I would like to see Ngobo, Ndlovu, and Utabotele as our midfield. Let's just give Umthetho a rest. One thing about Umthetho, he can win a ball, but he eventually loses a ball sometimes. For me, he does not he can't progress with the ball forward. Just like we saw Ndlovu when he entered. When we saw Ndlovu entering on the pitch, he was able to progress with the ball forward. That is what we want to see from our defensive midfielder sometimes. He needs to try and progress with the ball and try to combine with our midfielder in order to break the line of the opposition or of the other teams, in order for us to create chances. Because in the first half we were not able to create chances, but Ngobo, we saw him, he's going to be a very important player for Kaizer Chiefs with his passes, and Utabotele, he is going to be a good player. So guys, this is where I have to conclude this video. Thank you guys for always watching the channel. You know what we have to do, just hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to comment on the comment section, because that is going to help my channel to view and to reach other audiences. And don't forget ukuthi we are about to reach 600 subscribers. So guys, let's grow together. Thank you.